it's often a lot easier to say it's easier said than done than to do it. But what happens when we actually do it? Aquaus Kelley, 7 Days of Wisdom. That's the thought that I had literally as I'm walking down George Street on my way back home, which I'm at now, obviously in my apartment, in my bedroom. And I really allowed that to sit with me. Actually, I got off the train station and I was right near Johnson & Johnson when I thought of that. Wow, like it's often easier to say, it's a lot easier said than done than to do it. So just being able to say that, I feel, kind of gives us an escape from the actual task of doing something. Oh, that's easier said than done. Oh, that's easier said than done. Easier said than done. But did you do it? Have you tried it, right? Sometimes we have tried it. That's why we say it. But there are times when we haven't tried it. And we say it's a lot easier said than done. But when we do it, that's where the real change happens. When we do it, the change is in the action of doing. Change is in the action of doing. Sitting back, pondering, thinking, that's not doing anything. It's all in the doing. So, and I'm literally just thinking of this. What if we do our thoughts? For example, I'm doing this video because I want to share my thoughts. But if I have these thoughts in my head and I don't do this video, it's not doing anyone justice. But because I'm doing this video and sharing my thoughts, who knows who might see this video and really act on those thoughts? Like, wow, I'm gonna do something, right? So that's why content is so important when we think of media and message and storytelling. Because the content is the doing of the thought process. We think of ideas, the next step is to execute and do something. Even if it's not perfect, just do. Because that is the seed that we plant in the world that inspires other people to do. Whether or not they credit you for inspiration, it doesn't really matter. That's a whole nother conversation. But let's take it there. Let's say we do start crediting the true creators for the inspiration. That's love for everybody. So when I'm doing stuff, I always make a note to mention people inspired by, because I want to really connect the ideas and connect the inspiration back to the source. It's giving back to the source, like divine energy, the universe, God, Lord, whatever we believe in as the source, we have to give back to the source, right? So what are we doing to give back to the source? And this ties back to the conversation of impact and legacy and purpose and why we here, you know? Ikigai, what is our reason for being? Japanese concept. I hope I pronounced it correctly. What is our reason for being? You know, purpose, mission, vocation. How can we tie that all together to fulfill our reason for being? So these are all the deep thoughts that I engage in on a daily basis, which I'm sure many of you should know by now. If not, you will know soon. And yeah, that thought, you know, it's often a lot easier to say it's easier said than done than to do it, stirred up why I wanted to shoot this video. And hopefully it can engage whoever's watching this right now to think a little deeper, take action, take some more action, because the power is in the action, the power is in the doing. That's where change happens. That's where the true change agents are. And the answers are based on the why, our why. What is our why? Once we can identify our why, we will figure out the how, the steps to get there. We don't need to know all that. We have to know the why, because the why is the driver. The why is the fuel, the oxygen, the passion. That's what's most important, the why. As long as we know why we are doing something, the purpose behind it, we are able to do it effectively. So, Aquaus Kelley, 7 Days of Wisdom, A Lover's Ambition. Let's focus on the why. We'll figure out the how. Don't worry about the when. Focus on the why. Purpose, impact, legacy. Mission. Purpose driven. Let's go. Let's do this. Once again, Aquaus Kelley, Lover's Ambition, 7 Days of Wisdom. Peace and love.